Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just to test the energetic waters, so to speak. So let's shuffle it up one time for the lovely Capricorns. I hope you're all doing well, my friends. Really do. And yes, we're just going to take a quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get this going here. What do we got for the Cappies, please? Let's see what's going on. Yeah, quick. Okay, so you do have Lady Luck here, which bodes very well, and that fits in perfectly with the theme I've been seeing for you over the past couple of weeks. So before we get into that, because there's a lot of symbolism there, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, I'd like for you to look into the metaphysical properties of garnet. For a lot of you, I think it's your birthstone. Acquire a garnet and then use it to do some crystal healing on that like button. You know I appreciate you. But into the reading we go. Enough of the plugs there. We have Lady Luck, and she is one of the most positive cards in this oracle deck. I always liken her similarly to the Wheel of Fortune in tarot. So this could be a very positive omen of good things to come, good twists of fate. This is very nice. You see all the symbolism there. You have the slot machine, you have four-leaf clovers, gambling chips. So something might swing your way. This is telling me that luck is either going to shift in your way, or something surprising is going to pop up, which I've been seeing in a good way for the last couple of weeks. And we'll talk about that a little further. Now, if we do want to take on some of the themes of the Wheel of Fortune, it can speak about karma, whether it's karmic blessings or otherwise, the cycles of life. But we'll see if it ties into the reading at all. I love when Lady Luck is there. You might want to play the lotto. Things could be changing in a good way, regardless of what the whole reading says. But let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. Let's shuffle it up one time for the lovely Cappies here. And yeah, that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, just so you know. It's just a little energy tester. Sometimes it links in, sometimes it doesn't. So, like I was saying, the last couple of weeks have been pretty positive. Last week's reading was titled Big Triumph Incoming. And if you watch my readings, you know I like to keep the titles as simple as possible. But even the week before that was like an unexpected win or victory. So if you've been going through tough times, it feels like the winds have been changing in a positive way. So let's see what we have this week. As always, you know energies are never set in stone. Everything is fluid. So only take it how it hits for you, of course. Okay, because this could be your energy or other people you're linked with. Okay, it's all very personal, my friends. Okay, so we do have this karmic energy showing up front and center here. We have the Death card in position number 1. Do not be nervous about that. And I'm already seeing and feeling a link to this Lady Luck. These are big, powerful, universal types of energies. Let's get 2 more here. What do we got for Capricorn, please? All right, 7 of Cups, options, paths, very dreamy, very etheric. And I'm getting heavy spiritual energy right off the top, which is interesting. Let's get 1 more. Thank you. All right, so the energy of mystery is showing up once again. This has been sticking around in the Capricorn readings for the past couple of weeks. And we'll talk about it. I'd say this looks like it's going to be a very nuanced type of reading. So let's dive into this. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get the juicy intuitive stuff. So position number 1, like I said, the Death card, it could represent a Scorpio in your life. So if you have a prominent Scorpio, they could be showing up front and center. Death, it doesn't represent physical death. Nothing to be afraid of here. This is more about the cycles of life. Endings, beginnings, remaking yourself. When I see this card, I think of somebody possibly rising from the ashes like a phoenix. So really remaking yourself. Also the energy of changes and shifts. And it could be karmic as well, like I was alluding to. So this could talk about karmic retribution, karmic cycles, karmic rewards. We'll have to clarify it to get more detail. Powerful energy though, universal. In the center, we do have the 7 of Cups, okay? Now this is the card of paths, right? You see all those different cups, different images in the cups. And yes, I do feel like it could speak about options, choices, of course, all right? So maybe you have a lot of paths you could walk down in this time. But when I see the 7 of Cups, it's very etheric and dreamy. So whether it's important dreams you might be having in the nighttime, This could be somebody in la la land doing a lot of daydreaming. So just know in this time, your mind could be extra ramped up and amped up. You could be daydreaming a little more than usual with a card like this. Super etheric, super spiritual, just like all the cards we have thus far. Now, as we move to the very back end, we have the Two of Swords. Once again, this is another card of options, choices, changes. So we're picking up some themes here. All of these have undertones of shifts and changes. So we're going to want to pull more detail as much as possible. But the Two of Swords, as with all twos in tarot, could be a fork in the road, could speak about partnerships, those that we're close with. But when I see the Two of Swords, it is one of my biggest cards of mystery. You see that person there, they're hoodwinked, there's an image of the moon. So we think of things that are either unexpected, surprising, things that could be in the shadows with this Two of Swords. Sometimes it could speak about indecisiveness or confusion, not being able to make a choice. So we're really going to want to dive deeper on all this, Capricorn. Let's do that. We're going to jump in and clarify. So let's get a good shuffle here for the lovely Capricorns. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for my friends in late August? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research, rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Death card. Pardon me. And also, if you read tarot yourself, that's why this box is here. Please feel free to play along. If you're feeling any messages you'd like to give to the Capricorn Collective, you could just drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. So what's up with this Death card here? Please and thank you. All right, cool. Temperance. Yeah, another super powerful spiritual type of card. Okay, this is an angelic energy, and it usually does speak about patience. A lot of you may feel like you've been waiting forever for something to come in or something to happen, like things might be dragging a little bit for you. But it's important to remember that the universe moves in its own time, right? I'm getting the undertone here of like the greater picture, the bigger picture of life's journey showing up here in the front. Do with that what you will. So I don't know if a lot of you are looking at the big picture of your life, like from front to back, but these are very powerful karmic energies and spiritual energies. And it could speak about a slow change over time, okay? And I don't necessarily feel like this is bad. For some of you, you might need to have a little bit more patience as well with death and temperance. It could also be a Sagittarius here. So we're getting an interesting highlight here on the spiritual, okay? And you know what? I'm not going to pile on that message too much. I do feel like for a lot of you, it could be about your whole life. Like the journey of your life could have some sort of importance here. Your mission, so to speak, like your karmic mission, what you need to accomplish. We're going to keep moving. Let's see what's up with that Seven of Cups. For some of you, if you have been going through a rough one, it's okay. Like, you have spirit around you for sure with all these energies, but I really want to see what's up with this Seven of Cups and Two of Swords. That's what's like really piquing my interest here. Let's get in on that Seven of Cups, please. Yeah, the deck is wanting to speak to you. I can tell you that. It's like trying to pop cards out. I'm not even really shuffling yet. Okay, yeah, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. This is somebody that either needs to be very cautious about the next step, the next move, or is, right? So whether you've been through some things, this is heavy emotion right down the center with the 7 and 5 of Cups showing up in reverse there. Now, this, like I said, it could be spirit trying to raise a red flag about someone or something here, especially with all the powerful spiritual energies and archetypes, paths, choices. So whether spirit's telling you to be cautious, this could be a warning, or you might just have some scars that you haven't dealt with or you need to deal with when we have this here, okay? A healing journey, what's best for you in the long run. And I'm still picking up that vibe here, like we're not looking at a short period of time. I know these readings say the next 7 days, but for some reason, the whole life journey needs to be highlighted here, okay? Like what you're meant to accomplish, what your mission is. So either a caution or more energy about your karmic mission. We're going to go in on that Two of Swords. Interesting that we're getting like similar themes, and this is a whole different vibe than we've been picking up for you in the last couple of weeks, Capricorn, that's for sure. Okay? Someone trying to choose the best path, path of least resistance. We're going to go in on that Two of Swords. The energy of caution is heavy. We'll talk about it more during the recap, though, okay? So why is this Two of Swords here? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, this could be some sort of twist of fate here with the Emperor showing up in reverse. Yeah, there might be certain things that are just out of your control, out of your hands, and that's fine. There's an energy of surrender here on the back end. Now, some of you might be tied to an Aries when the Emperor shows up. But the fact that it's in reverse, to me, always speaks to somebody that there's something out of their hands. There's something that might be out of their control. We could also speak about people that are too overbearing. So maybe some of you have a person like that in your life. They're a control freak. They're always like wanting to micromanage every detail. But under the Two of Swords with this Emperor in reverse, like, to me, the intuitive message is like there might be certain twists of fate that you don't see coming, or surprising twists, surprising shifts that even if you don't plan for it, and life does have those from time to time, but it is possible in the coming days and weeks that something you just absolutely did not see coming could just like twist. Okay, and that could be better or for worse, but there is the energy here of a twist of fate. Okay, and you know, they're not giving me much more on this. I believe it's a straightforward type of message, but it's interesting how this is all interwoven together. So just expect the unexpected in this time for sure. This could be a surprising twist, shift. Okay, let's go through, and it's important to know that like some things are just out of your hands, out of your control, and that's okay. But let's do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, all over this spread, half of it is major arcana, very powerful energies. We have Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aries, but death clarified by Temperance in the upright. To me, this does speak about spirit being around you, looking at life on the long terms of the journey. We're picking that up in the first 2 sections of this spread. Okay, whether a slow karmic shift and change could be happening, but it's interesting that we have slow and fast on the extreme ends here. It's powerful and it's universal. In the center, we have the 7 of Cups with the 5 of Cups in reverse. And to me, this is like a red flag of caution, whether it's spirit not wanting you to fall back into old patterns, make the same mistakes. Maybe you've been through a thing or two, have some scars, and you're a very cautious individual. But I do feel like here, this could be spirit saying like, all right, slow and steady, be very cautious about what's to come, okay? Especially with what we have on the back end. We have the 2 of Swords with the Emperor in reverse. And to me, this just felt like something that might be out of your hands or a twist of fate that you didn't see coming. And that's fine. Life has those, okay? It's nothing to be afraid of. And that could be good. Because let me remind you, in the very beginning, we did have this big karmic energy of the Lady Luck. So things could be twisting for the better, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. So please take a screenshot. We're going to get you 1 shadow card here, Capricorn. Interesting reading this week, okay? But let's see what's going on for the Cappies. My guides, talk to me. What do we got? I love to end off every reading with this. It's nice to do a little introspection, do a little shadow work. So what's in the shadows for Capricorn, please? Guides and spirit team. Real quick here. Just to put a nice, neat little bow. Okay, so we're getting more of these powerful universal types of energies. We have the 4 of Wands in the shadows. Now, the 4 of Wands, to me, I like to call it the 1111 card, and it is a card of omens. So in this time, especially since we had caution showing up in this spread, you might want to watch the signs from spirit. This could be spirit saying like, listen, we're trying to guide you down a very specific path. Watch for number signs, synchronicities, things of that sort. But what is the 4 of Wands? It's stability. Yes, it's celebratory, but remember, we're in the shadows here. We're looking at the dark side of it, and it is generally stable. So some of you could be going through a time of upheaval, and it makes sense with all these powerful energies we're seeing here. This could represent family, the home. So there could be all things tied to like family and home that's sticking in your subconscious that you might need to work through here, Capricorn. But I would also say don't count your chickens before they hatch when we have a card like this. So yeah, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of Dreams. It's one of my favorites. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot suit you think is the most positive, whether it's Cups, Pentacles, Swords, Wands. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.